So yesterday, which will have been 2 days ago by the time this video is released, I went to City Hall to submit my mail-in ballot. My mom went at the same time to submit hers. We have both received confirmation by now that our votes have been recorded. So, good news. In the general election, unlike in the primary, I did get to vote. And my mom once again got to vote both in the primary and in the general election. That said, not all is well. I did get to vote, but not because the Philadelphia Election Commission had its ducks in a row, but rather because their foul-up just happened to be a foul-up that we were able to overcome, and which if they did that foul-up in my case, they could just as well, and probably did, do that same foul-up in the case of someone who could not overcome such a foul-up. What am I talking about? I will explain that in just a moment. Hello Internet, this is Sophia, the Red Angel, doing my best on this channel to bring you quality material. If you like it, then subscribe, comment, and share, and ring the bell. Anyways, I'm here at the iconic Philadelphia City Hall. We're trying to get our ballots dropped off so that we can have our votes properly counted. There's a statue here of Octavius Valentine Cato. This shirt here to commemorate the fact that I'm voting today. I don't know if I'll have a chance to put it on when I'm outside, so I'll for now just get a picture of myself holding the shirt. And now that I voted, I've also got this sticker saying here that I voted. So we're all taken care of, and except for my dad, who we're gonna have to find some other way to get his ballot in. So that was all yesterday, which, as I said, will have been 2 days ago by the time this video is released. I am now back and have received confirmation that my vote was counted. And I have this nice hoodie shirt to show for it. A tad small, but fits well enough that I can wear it while vlogging. That said, not all is well voting-wise in Philadelphia. You see, due to the pandemic, I am staying in a place other than that of my long-term voting registration. For that reason, I specified both before the primary and the general election where I needed the ballot to go. But instead of sending my ballot to where I am staying, they sent it to my permanent address. In my case, we were able to overcome that, as for other reasons, my mom and I happened to make an unrelated trip to that address, at which time the ballot was received. But at least we were able to do this. If the Election Commission did such a foul-up in my case, they could have just as well done the same foul-up for someone else who would not be able to recover from it. I have no idea why they completely ignored my request as to where the ballot needed to go. I got a message today that the request that I made in October for a ballot, which I did before the general election, was rejected because it was a duplicate. And so I'm assuming that the ballot that I did receive was due to the ballot request that I made before the primary. However, I also specified where my ballot needed to go when I made that ballot request as well. I cannot prove that because, unlike with the ballot request that I made before the general election, I did not have the foresight to bother doing a screen capture recording of the whole process. But if that ballot request was oh so successfully received, how come to this day I have not received the mail-in ballot for the primary election at either address. And true, I did not have the foresight back then to screen capture the whole session in which I made the request before the primary, but I should not have had to, because the confirmation screen at the end of the process, as well as the confirmation email that I received afterwards, should have reflected that information too, but it did not. It is almost as if the only thing the system did with the information of where the ballot needed to actually go was to send it directly into the bit bucket. But nah, they would not do that. Except from my admittedly limited information, it really seems as though that is exactly what they did. This is not to mention the way they are needlessly making it difficult for people like my dad to vote, but that's a subject for another video. Now, just to be clear about something, for all the problems that there are with a vote-by-mail system, it is still very important to have such a system. However imperfect it may be, its absence would be far, far worse and result in much more disenfranchisement, especially during a pandemic. Furthermore, the Election Commission is taking great pains to avoid the kind of fiasco that we had in the primary election. That said, whenever there are problems in any of our democratic institutions, it is important that we hold them accountable to do better. The purpose of this video is not to rag on the voting system in Philadelphia, but to point out that there are areas where it is still in need of improvement. Anyway, I hope that you see value in this video. Please hit the thumbs up button and leave your comment in the comments area below. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and that the bell icon is active so as to increase the chance that you receive notifications when I upload new videos to this channel in the future. Share this video with your friends and everyone else, whether by social media or by whatever other means. And until next time, see ya!